It's 6:35 a.m. in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're hearing good spirits in the background, and we know that everybody who attends this upcoming event are going to be in great spirits. Speaking about the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business Alumni Association's Business Mixer, happening tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the campus at Mount Hope. Joining us this morning is Maritza de Silva, Director of Public Relations, and Cavelle Joseph Saint-Omer, President. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you with us on the show this morning. Looking forward to this conversation, particularly because it's such a great way for people to reconnect, but also for people to establish connections. So before we get into the theme of it this morning, Maritza, Cavelle, let's start with you. As president, can you give us a sense of what the association is about and why it matters?
Okay, so we're the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business is a graduate business school in Trinidad and Tobago, and the premier institution for graduate studies in the Caribbean, similar to the Princetons and the Harvards and all the Ivy League schools in the United States that we're quite familiar with. The Alumni Association is dedicated to connecting the 3,000 plus alumni that we have, members of our alumni, who are executives, who are CEOs, who are entrepreneurs, and who are finding their way through the business environment. We are dedicated to connecting all members of our alumni and ensuring that we pay it forward, especially for the current students, that we dedicate support to the school that served us so well, that contributed even to my own development as a professional, and certainly give support to the current students. So we're looking at supporting the institution, the graduates, and the current students. So as a board, and this is the second elected board because post-COVID is when we were formally institutionalized. This board now is focused on launching our mentorship program and providing opportunities through our alumni business circle for the entrepreneurs, and now through this business mixer, reconnecting and reigniting. And Maritza will talk more about why we chose the theme and all of that, but certainly ensuring that we stay connected as a community and ensuring those social connections that are so important, and networking, because we know value business-wise of networking as well, and why it's so critical for professionals to stay connected within their communities.
100%.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you've said communities as well, because when you meet people who went to Lockjack, everybody is just part of this group, this family in such a way. So it's wonderful to see that you have that continued dedication. And with over 3,000 students, like the first thing that came to my mind was, oh my goodness, 3,000 people are going to be coming to this mixer.
Well, we would have loved that, but our target was 300, and we've met our target.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so we actually, I don't want to say sold out, because it's not an event that you have to purchase a ticket, but we fully subscribed, and we look forward to welcoming everyone tomorrow and really reigniting and reconnecting as an alumni association as well. So we'd see people from cohort 1 all the way up to the current cohort. I wouldn't even tell you what cohort I was a part of because it was so long ago.
But clearly highly impactful. I don't think it's that long ago, but you know what? Something that's eventually people will reference as long ago is going to be this mixer. Let's talk about the theme, Maritza. Cavelle would have mentioned it, reigniting our bonds.
Yes.
What was the impetus behind that selection?
Yes. Well, Arthur Lockjack celebrates 35 years this year.
Wow.
Since the school has been established. And we thought it best that this would be a perfect moment for us to have a business mixer and bring our community and so on together. And reigniting our bonds just speaks to just vast, you mentioned 3,000 persons across all cohorts, BSc, master's, doctorate programs, and so on.
Right.
And it gives us a good opportunity for us to connect, for us to meet with our former teammates, for our former group members, and so on, and just establish new relationships among this vast network that we have across our alumni community. And that's why we thought it best to have the theme reigniting our bonds. We haven't seen each other. I mean, I certainly, Cavelle, you talked about, well, for me, it's probably like about 13 years.
Wow.
And so I haven't seen some of my peers and so on for a long time. And it'll really give us an opportunity to just come together, have great conversations, share ideas, collaborate, and so on across our business community. Many of us are not just local, but we are regional, we are international, and so on. We appear everywhere. And so it's a great opportunity for us to just come together and just have a good time.
Now, outside of having a good time, what else can guests and alumni look forward to at the event tomorrow evening?
Of course, well, we have a lot in store. We have some remarks by our esteemed president, remarks by our CEO as well, Mariano Brown. And then we have a special guest speaker, Mr. Ryan Chatram, sorry. He is the current Senior Vice President of Digital and Strategy at the Massey Group and an alum at the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business. And he'll be able to share his personal journey, you know, his time at the school and how that has helped him transition throughout his career and so on. Amongst that, we have good drinks, we have good food, we have great people just having great conversations. We also have games that will allow us to, you know, learn about each other, meet each other and so on. So there's a who's in the room game amongst other games and so on, door prizes and so on. So we look forward to a really good evening.
And I know there are some people who are listening right now saying, wow, it's already fully subscribed to. So you may have to do a wait list for next year. You know.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Cavelle, why is it important for graduates, students, and even professionals to stay connected through events like this?
Well, you see, throughout a professional journey, we rely on each other so much from time to time, whether it's through shared experiences, what we're going through in the workspace, and having someone who perhaps have gone through something that you're going through now that could provide that guidance to you. Whether it's career transition, wanting to know how to climb the corporate ladder, getting that mentorship and support along the way, whether it's a new career change altogether, options for postgraduate studies as well too, and what you should do next. You know, the value of a network such as ours is that we have people with such vast experiences. As Maritza said, we have our graduates throughout the Caribbean who are doing exceptionally well. We have those who are in political leadership even right now, to be honest, members of government and all of that, who are graduates of the Lockjack Global School of Business. And when we look at who founded it, Gordon Draper, right? He was the founder. In those days, it was IOB, so I'm an IOB era. That's to tell you how way back I go. But at the end of the day, the value of this network and what it can do for a person career-wise, or even for you as an individual wanting that mentorship and coaching, that is what we're about. And we are in fact preparing to launch officially our mentorship program next month as well. So perhaps we might be right here talking about that and what we intend to do about that as we pair persons with their mentor. But we cannot discount the value of having the support of a strong alumni such as ours. And we've seen it internationally, how it works, and it's time we maximize the value of that currency. It's invaluable. And definitely paying it forward for the school that has given so much to us as well. So our intention is, of course, to raise funds for bursaries and scholarships to help support the school financially and otherwise, strengthen the brand and the brand recognition. Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business is very much respected internationally and regionally as well, and we want to maintain that standard, that particular standard.
Of course.
Yes.
Very briefly before we close, because time just flies and there's so much to talk about here, so looking forward to having you back as well. Where can we get more information about Arthur Lockjack and maybe tentatively waitlist for the next one?
Well, tentatively waitlist for sure. But they can visit the school's website at lockjackgsb.edu.tt. If you want to become a member, and we encourage all of you to become members, and there are special perks as well. We do have a Pelican Perks program, so you can get discounts at the Hyatt or K-Park and so on if you are a financial member of the association. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you. Looking forward to having you back again in the next few coming weeks to see this mentorship program. And for you who are at home, take a look at this flyer as we go to our break this morning on the Now Morning Show. We'll be back.